Hello, everybody. Welcome to this experiment. We're doing a live reaction stream. We are watching a USC game and and reacting to it in the moment. Basically, you guys are going to get to see what I'm like while I watch USC football. It's an experience. Although I don't know, this is Missouri State. I this shouldn't be a game that elicits too many Cheryl moments, but you never know. You truly never know. I've watched enough of the college football slate this week to not count my chickens before they hatch here. So, yeah, we're gonna have some fun here. It's nice to see Missouri State being the first team to make a little mistake by dropping the opening kickoff, but we're about to see USC's defense. On the first snap of the year, I thought we were about to get a sack on the first snap of the year for USC's defense. It was very close. Couldn't quite tell who that was on the edge.
Can you tell me when you're about to get the second snap so I can get my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, sync it up. Because I'm ahead of you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on Fubo with my stream. The second snap just happened. And that's who's that? That's Gentry with a missed tackle? Gentry, you're not supposed to be the one that's doing that. You're not supposed to be the one that I'm sort of processing that being an issue. Yeah, that was not good. So, one first down for Missouri State. That's fine. Just got to get a stop. Let's see. I see Gentry, Stevens. Who's in the middle here? Lucas on the left. Tompkins seemed to not understand why he wasn't being blocked. That was fun. And yeah, Jide Abasiri is on the next to him there on the interior. Tompkins looks bigger. Like, I know that he's still undersized for this position, but like he looks bigger than I remember. His physical transformation has been kind of cool to see during his. I sort of expected him next to Abasiri to sort of look unbalanced in terms of size, but he actually looks right where he needs to be. There's a tackle. That's much better. DJ Harvey getting the start there at corner. Really good open field tackle. That's what USC's corners just need to keep doing that. The difference for USC when the corners are making those kinds of tackles is massive. Losing Jalen Smith, who was the master of those kinds of tackles, is big. DJ Harvey showing that he can take care of that from the start. That's good. Okay. Cam Fountain is not sure he's supposed to be on the field. Yeah. Timeout. Well, at least it was Missouri State being confused there rather than USC's defense.
Lisa, I'm going to hop in as like the producer that's just like the random voice here.
Mm-hmm.
Missouri State's uniforms. Extreme, like you're moving up to FBS. Let's bump it up. Let's get some uniforms that don't look like high school.
I mean,
they're not good. Like the typefaces are extremely lowbrow. Like, I think their logo is cool. They're cool colors.
They're very very basic. They have a good logo. Yes, you're correct.
But hate the type there. It's awful.
Yeah, I mean, you would have these opinions on the uniforms. I don't know that I'm paying too much attention to their uniforms. As far as I'm concerned, you could do worse than just all whites. Like, at a certain point, I almost appreciate teams that are just doing too little with their uniforms than teams that are doing too much. So I don't know. I'll allow it is what I'm saying. Grant's in the chat. Appreciate you being here, Grant. We had a Discord meetup yesterday, and I was telling people about doing this for the first time, and I was like, I don't expect anybody to watch this with me. Welcome Spanky too in the chat. I don't expect anyone to watch this with me. I'm just going to be sitting here just like vamping and talking to myself and seeing what kind of reactions we can throw together in a reaction video. So it's kind of cool to have people around. Yeah, I don't know. This has been I mean, it's just been the start of the season opener so far. Grant's watching alone. So yeah, I totally feel that. See, and you know where I got this idea? Donald in the chat says it screams junior college. Well, I mean, they were FCS, so they were kind of a junior college before this. So they'll get there. The thing that got me to sort of think about doing this is that Michael and I watch Big Brother, and my favorite Big Brother podcaster does a live stream for every episode of Big Brother, and like when I'm turning on the episode, I'll pull up his Twitch to then watch along while I'm watching the episode. And it's just fun to have, to have other sort of opinions and ideas and thoughts. So yeah, apologies for anyone if I'm super behind, but oh God. Okay. Well, that's a big gain down the sideline. I don't know what happened there. Let's see. Yeah, see, like last year, Anthony Lucas was so good at setting the edge. I think he just got sucked out a little bit too far outside.
It looks like they lost leverage, and all the blocks just pushed everyone exactly where they needed to go.
Yeah.
Gentry had like no point when he was sort of boxed out there.
Yeah, and Stevens was too far. Like he was just not there to fill that gap. A little bit too far out. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Scotty says 18 and 23 are making our D look bad against the practice squad. I mean, this is the problem for USC, right? This has been the problem for now a decade. Linebacker play has just not been at a high level, not even at like a good level. I mean, USC in the Pete Carroll era always had elite linebacker play. They haven't really found those guys. Another almost sack. I'll take the almost sacks if they're forcing bad throws, but given the lack of productivity from USC's defensive line last year, I would like them to get home here. We'll see if they can. I mean, the early results here suggest that they will get to this quarterback, and getting to the quarterback makes a huge difference, especially when we talked about this in the preview. This is a veteran offensive line, Are they a good offensive line? That's a different question. Oh, slip screens are so wonderful. They're short. All right.
Yeah, I said it was going to be 52-6.
You did.
They might get the first of their 2 field goals here.
You're on the right track. I mean, not a fan of Missouri State scoring first. West Texas Mike says, "Oh no, is it already time to start bitching about linebacker play?" It's always time to bitch about linebacker play, is the answer. Hold on. Yeah, I just it's rough because I want USC's linebackers to be great. And I don't think that we can judge the linebackers on one drive of the season. There's 3 points for Missouri. It's a good field goal for 44 yards out. I wouldn't attempt that field goal in college football 25. Don't attempt anything that is more than 30 yards. Yeah. So we'll get to see the offense coming up, which is always the thing I'm a little bit more intrigued about this year. I want to be fair, though, to the offense and defense. I forget who I was talking to. It might have been at our Discord meetup, but the thing is, Danton Lynn is the second highest paid coordinator in college football right now, and USC is paying their head coach $10 or $11 million in salary. And so, I think that we are all harsh on USC's offense because we know what Lincoln Riley offenses are supposed to look like, and that's not what USC's offense looked like last year. And I think that we've sort of gotten sucked into this mode of grading the defense on a curve. And I'm trying to remind myself this season in particular that I need to stop grading the defense on a curve. If you're going to be paying your defensive coordinator, a couple $1 million a year, second most in college football, then you need to start judging the defense, especially now in year 2 with personnel that we would suggest that fits what they want to do a little bit better. We got to start grading this defense for actual results as opposed to like, you're doing great, kid. Not that giving up 3 points is, undercutting anything of the defense, but it does matter if you're senior or I guess, veteran captain linebacker is the first one that misses a tackle. It does matter if you are giving up running room to a team like Missouri State. Like, I don't think this is the end all be all, but also you gotta play a little clean as clean as can be. It is week 1. I'm trying not to read too much into any of this, but it is where we're at. Let's see. While it's on commercial, I want to see what's going on. Oklahoma's up 21-0 on Illinois State in the third. Florida's up on Long Island University 17-0. Kansas State is 10-7 over North Dakota in the second. Texas A&M and UTSA are about to end the first quarter with Texas A&M up 7-3. Michigan is up 7-0 on New Mexico. Here's Mekhi Lemon making his first return of the season. I need to look up, it's going to be really interesting to look up how USC's former players all did this week. Heard a lot of Deuce Robinson in the Florida State game. Heard a lot of Damani Jackson in that game too. Dan says YouTube TV is ahead of YouTube. I'm living in the future. Yeah, sorry. You've got the double whammy too, because I'm watching on Fubo, which is always annoyingly late, and then also you've got the delay on the live stream. So, we're gonna have to bear with it. First snap for USC on their offense, and of course there's pressure given up from the right. That's a really good job by Mayava though to escape that pressure. That's the difference between Mayava and Miller Moss. Getting away from that, finding Mekhi Lemon to salvage this play because, oh my God. Okay. I'm okay. I have a whiskey sour. I am not stressed at all. Serenity now. I am serene.
I don't know what Justin Tawanu'u was sort of doing there.
What was that? Sorry.
I said I don't know what Justin Tawanu'u was sort of doing. It's like he was just very passive, and then all of a sudden, just let himself get sort of pushed back.
It's like he got pushed out like onto his back feet, on the back foot. he's got to be able to hold his ground. Calix Rose says we want happy Alicia. I do too. Contrary to popular belief, no one would be happier if USC's offensive line was good. No one would be happier if this was Taunu'u just sort of, falling asleep in his first snap and waking up and becoming a truly great right tackle. Like I'm absolutely here for that.
Pessimistic Alicia is out in full force.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm calm. It's okay. I don't know why there was a timeout. I missed that. Did you catch that, Michael?
Injury timeout.
Oh, okay, because of the Missouri State guy down. Okay. Yeah, Angry Trojans in the chat. We've got a party going in the chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Like I said, I fully expected no one to tune in here. I think I've called out most people. LJ, I don't think I called out. Welcome.
We did a full-on soft launch, so
we literally
this is basically a test of sorts.
We didn't tell anybody we were doing this except for like the people we saw in person. We started the stream literally at kickoff, the delayed kickoff, so it's probably after kickoff. So yeah, it's LJ asked, does Michael not want to show his face?
We're using, Alicia's using my camera. Plus, like, I'm just the producer. I'm just I'm just the voice in the background.
Michael loves the idea, I think, of being the producer in that sense. But yeah, so the background here real quick before this gets back up is he has a good webcam. This is too late. I'll explain this later. Cause they're back out. That McCree out in the, I love that RPO. I love that. Yes.
What do we think of Wayman Jordan doing the stand up like Ashton Genty?
What
the unplugged robot?
Like he's not. That's fun. I like that.
I don't like it, but it's all right. It's not for me.
I love this play. I mean.
Oh, the play's great.
Oh no, him. I am not going to be able to not see this now, Michael. Oh my gosh. This is weird. I increasingly don't like it. All right, that's fine. Yeah.
So there is a delay in a lot of stuff about like run the ball. These are RPOs. Like they could run the ball there.
I'm totally happy with these.
Throwing in RPOs is fine because you're just going where the numbers are.
Yeah. The only issue I might have, and this is something that we wanted to see more of from Maeva, is like I want him to be confident in pulling it and running it himself if he needs to. But yeah, the RPO situation. Ooh, I like a little getting Mackay on the outside. I think that's I think that's a pass technically, right, Michael?
Yeah, I think that should be a
pass.
Touch pass.
Yeah. Again, I think everybody's on a weird level of delay. We're all probably in different places. So, yeah, if you're in the chat, maybe like, I don't know, like delay a second or whatever before doing too much of a mention of what's going on. Cause yeah, it's all good. See, like this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like he can pull and run and you get 6-7 yards and your running backs haven't touched the ball yet, but you are putting the defense in a situation where they're going to have to stop. They're going to have to stop crowding the middle. They're going to have to start spreading out this defense, and then you're going to have plenty of room to go ahead and run the ball in the middle. I mean, look, okay. See, there's a run. Oh, Waymond. Oh, yes. Okay. Whew. I love him already. I loved him before I ever saw him run in person. Just, okay. just the way he, like, that smooth little, like, yeah, just, okay, let's see. Wayman touchdown. Yes.
He's in.
Touchdown Trojans. He's so pretty. He's so pretty. And he's different than the running backs that USC has had recently, it feels like. And I mean, you can weigh in here too, Michael. I feel like Woody Marks was a little bit more shifty, but I feel like USC has had a lot of north-south runners recently. Wayman feels just like that silky smooth, like slithering through a defense.
You know who he weirdly reminds me of? Like it's early. It's only a couple runs, right? But maybe a little Silas Reddy.
I
always think of Silas Reddy as being slithery, like in really tight quarters.
Yeah.
So maybe not completely.
He's quick. He's quicker and smaller and a little bit. I feel like Silas it was impressive how slithery he was given his size. This stand-up thing. Okay, West Texas Mike, are you dogging me for my call? Are you dogging me for my call, or are you dogging the broadcast for their call? Oh, I love it. Oh. I didn't notice at first. Did you see the defenders run into each other?
I have to agree. Your touchdown Trojans thing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Very chuggy.
I'm sorry. I have no idea. What should I do then? I
don't know. Sound normal. Sound genuine.
This is a work in progress. I'll work on it. Calix Rose says Alvin Kamara. I see it. Yeah. Yeah, but okay. So, and again, like on that drive, we're talking about run the ball. Those runs are opened up by USC pulling the ball and throwing it out to the outside so many times in that drive. Then you open up space. Then you have the defense in their heads and you have them doubting and second guessing. This is why I love RPOs. In college football 2026, the offense that I run is an RPO heavy offense. Like I run New Mexico State's playbook, and it's just most of what I do is an RPO look. It's I'm looking to decide am I gonna throw it or am I gonna run it, and I make that decision in the split second after the snap. That almost got blown up, but good by Noah to just get enough
that
to.
Almost looks like a block in the back, almost.
Almost, but they don't call that. They don't tend to call that. He looks good in number 2 too. I have a number 2 jersey, but reverse. Oh, that looked ripe for the picking of an interception. That looked right. That was way too much going on Missouri State. I get what you're trying to do, but it's that should have been intercepted like 3 different times on that play. This throwback almost gets blown up, and then the throw outside could have gotten intercepted. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, 2nd and 14. That blew up in their face.
Loving the new robot face mask from Kamari.
I'll pay attention next time he comes up.
Also, very glad that Gentry is not rocking the Vice's trench. He's got the speed flex.
These uniform opinions brought to you by producer Michael. Jamari A. Robinson is such a good name. Who's that? Is that just... What is this line? Who's the down lineman here? Oh, they got him out. Oh, they got Tompkins outside. Ooh, nice. Oh, no, they're almost sack. That's fine. Yeah, this poor quarterback taking a little beating. Okay, let me see. They just send a blitz. It is Tompkins out on the edge, or is that 98 is it's that time where I don't remember anyone's. Was that Floyd Boucar already in the game? That had to be. That was nice. Fred Eureka. That I love that name too. Yeah, everybody again. The delays is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. Yeah, I think that the in terms of the delay holding on USC. Okay. Let's just say in the chat if you're saying something about something that has happened. I mean, opinions, whatever, throw them in whenever. But if you are directly reacting to something that has happened, maybe try to delay it until I have clearly reacted to or whatever. I mean, this is all going to be a little bit funky. So what I'm trying to do, honestly, is only look down at the chat when I'm not in danger of getting spoiled. And then, of course, I've got Discord notifications that keep popping up.
You gotta mute the Discord and check Discord
after the fact.
Commercial breaks.
Yeah,
that's the move.
Yeah. All right. So get out of dodge with a punt. Don't like that holding on Jay Fair. Jay Fair number 9, or I wonder if they have him in a.
Fair's number 9. Oh,
but they declared number 19. I wonder if they have him in a special teams jersey.
Rip away. Yeah. I saw a TikTok of this guy laughing at I don't remember what game it was, but somebody was wearing a jersey that was extremely huge. That was one of the special teams tearaways.
Yeah.
It's what is wrong with this guy? Did he forget his jersey in back home or whatever? I mean, and barely anybody in the TikTok comments understood that it's just a temporary special teams jersey. What are we doing? I mean, yes, it looks silly, but it's supposed to look silly.
It'd be one thing if this was 15 years ago when the first time I can remember seeing one of those was there. But no, these are, I don't know. These have been around. These have been around. Yeah. Josh in the chat saying this game is already more exciting than the Ohio State game. Yeah, the Ohio State game, Texas-Ohio State, was a little too SEC-like for my taste, but it didn't help that Arch couldn't hit
it was one of those classic SEC Big Ten battles, right?
I mean, yeah. Obviously, both of those defenses are very good, so you have to sort of put that to the side. But I think that game goes very different if Arch isn't missing as badly as often as he was on important plays. Because then I think you put the pressure on Ohio State to open things up a little more if Texas is also opening things up. But Texas couldn't do crap. All right, USC going at it again. Handoff Wavin Jordan. Nice little gain. My dude. So one of the questions we had in the offseason was the running back rotation, if we would see more of a 1-2 with Waymond and Eli Sanders, or if, thus far, USC under Lincoln Riley and Tony Jones has been, not Tony Jones, that's the, no, Tony White is the DC at Florida State now. Drop by Jacoby Lane. That's one of those ones I sort of am not surprised for. Is this a good defense?
So I'm looking at the backup quarterback from Missouri State in case Clark is out. This is how this guy's name is pronounced.
Cole Forbacher.
Forbacher. Love that for him.
5 career snaps. So welcome to college football if you end up, getting back in there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right, 3rd and 7. We got 4 wide. Good time in the pocket. Good catch. Good throw. Not Mackay being Mackay. You love it. Spanky in the chat is asking, I was on the radio, I heard a lot of Texas pass catchers dropping balls. They were dropping balls because Arch was putting them in difficult positions. Arch was throwing behind or too far in front or too high, too low. I didn't feel like the Texas wide receivers were letting him down as much as he was making their lives difficult. See, when Mayava gets time, to sit comfortably in the pocket, like, he can sling it. All right, 1st and 10. Pulling the guards. It's handoff. Okay. There's Eli Sanders. Nice run. Somebody in the chat mentioned that Noah was had lost weight in order to get better at pulling. I don't remember how far back that was. I mean, that would make a lot of sense. Make a lot of sense. It's very satisfying when a guard successfully pulls. Okay, 1st and 10. This is a false start. No? Spanky, the radio wasn't commenting negatively on Arch? They were the only ones who weren't. Offside, okay. I don't think you can sugarcoat that performance for him. It was on the road against a really good defense in a hostile environment. Like, I totally get how he could be unprepared for that, but also he looked unprepared for it.
I get that Mayava wanted the free play here, but you're never going to get it if there's contact.
I know, but I wanted the free play too. I wanted it too. I feel him there. All right, we got a new 1st and 10. And a handoff to Sanders. They're getting decent push up front. Handoff with very little room, and you're still getting 4 or 5 yards. 5 yards there. We'll take it. Josh wants to comment, but he's so far ahead. I'm sorry, Josh. I'm sorry.
LJ, as long as there's contact, the play is automatically dead. Like if there's you can jump offside and the play will go as long as you do not touch an offensive player.
At 2nd and 5, Mayaba pulls. Oh, we're going deep. We're going deep. Oh, okay. That's fine. I mean, he's got to hit that. I don't know how often Mackay Lemon will be that wide open this season. He's got to hit it. But, first game, I think if you're going to be missing those, first game is when you can live with. Oh, he thought he had that too. He thought he had it. West Texas Mike points out Sark had Arch Manning running the ball inside the 5-yard line twice. What was the running back for? I thought they were insane. Texas was insane trying to run the ball on those short yardage, like 4th down situations. I agree. It's funny because you watch games and you think we're at a timeout on 3rd and 5. You watch games and you think, like, how would USC fans react to this? USC fans would be very mad at Steve Sarkisian today if they if that was him coaching USC, because I think that Sark did something that I think that Helton used to do and drive me crazy, which is an admirable idea. The idea that I trust that my team is big, strong, and wants it enough that they can overpower the other team. Like, we're just going to ram it down their throat, and it's going to, and that's going to be us showing them, which is all well and good, unless you can't actually stand up to their defensive line. It's, it only works if you can pull it off. It's like, justifies means and everything. 3rd and 5, we go to the snap. Love that slant to Lane. That is my favorite play in college football 26. Michael can verify this. Like, I'm a slants girly. I wasn't a slants girly in last year's game because I feel like I threw interceptions every time I tried to throw a slant, and I'm not 100% sure what changed in this game, but we got more. We got Eric in the chat, Ilium in the chat. Welcome. Okay, we got a snap, 1st and 10. Still Eli Sanders? Yeah. West Texas Mike, it's like it's how you do it though. So he's not sure you want to. So he says, I just didn't know if you'd want Arch to try and get tough yards. I suppose using the quarterback gives the offense an extra blocker, but I didn't like it. Yeah, it's how you run the quarterback in that situation, and it felt like they were just trying to go up the middle. And I don't know, Arch has wheels. Give him room outside. Okay, 2nd and 7. Hand off to Sanders. Beautiful. Oh, no. Okay, that's fine.
Love that delay stutter step there.
Yeah. I love that Mayava completely faked out the he got further than I thought, but he didn't get to the pylon. Completely faked out the defensive lineman or the linebacker that got into the backfield. Grant is liking this 1-2 of Jordan and Sanders. I love it.
Do we like that it's literally a 1-2?
I love that even more. All right, 1st and goal. We've got H-back in there.
B-Jax.
Handoff to Brian Jackson. Yes! There we go. I'm not going to do the touchdown Trojans because y'all dogged me for it. I'm just going to go, good job, Brian Jackson. This was another question we had about the running backs, too, answered. We knew that, obviously, Wayman Jordan and Eli Sanders were going to be the 1-2. Then it was a question of where do they get Brian Jackson involved? And he was interviewed at some point in the offseason. 1-2 and 2-1, too, by the way. It's all coming together. Numerology is in work. He had said that, they were getting ready for, like, short yardage stuff, and I, personally, if I could design this offense in terms of the run game, that is how I would do it. I would have Waymond carry the bulk of the carries, give Eli Sanders, every third drive, and then have Brian Jackson just be my short yardage back. Not just because he's the biggest of them, but I like the way he reads what's in front of him. I like his short yardage vision. So, I think this is something that could work really well for USC. Mr. Badger has come over for some pets. Brian Jackson is the second coming of Lendale, Scotty says. Sign me up for that. Yeah, I'll take it. It's weird, though, because I feel like he's not as big as Lendale, but also not as fast. It feels like. We haven't really seen him get too many opportunities.
Wait, are you calling Lendale fast?
I'm not calling Lendale fast, but for his size, Lendale was surprisingly fast.
That's fair.
All right, we got a kickoff. USC leads 14-3 with 28 seconds left in the first quarter. If you had given me this score before the game, I would have taken it. Yeah, I'd say fine. Happy with that. Mayava is 6 of 8 for 68 yards. Happy with that. No mistakes from him. No questionable throws.
Clark staying in?
Yeah, so whatever was bothering him, we just got the wind knocked out of him.
We won't have to see
Cole Forbacher.
And now we're sad that we don't have to see Cole Forbacher. All right, 1st and 10 for USC's defense. I would really like to see USC's defense get out of the half without giving up any more points. Just start to impose your will. Getting to the quarterback. Yes! There's Cam Fountain. It's a tiny. I'd like to see a replay. It felt a little bit like a coverage sack. Hold on. I want to see this replay and then I'll respond to Robbie. Yeah, that's good by Fountain. Closing in. And then that's Abasiri. We got Kobe Pepe sighting. A little bit surprised about that. I didn't expect to see him that early. Thank you, Eric, for your delayed comment. LBC Robbie says, sorry for saying the truth. We are playing a bunch of 2026 PE teachers and insurance agents. Apologies for being questioned. Still not sure. That's totally reasonable. Yes, this is not a great football team. As Michael said in our preview, this might be. I guess it is hard to find a worse defense that USC has played this century than this Missouri State defense. So yeah, don't. I wouldn't. Again, I think that this game can only give us some insight into how USC plans to use some guys. What we don't want to learn is the bad stuff. And so if we can avoid learning the bad stuff, then we're super, I think you can sort of, I guess the goal for this game is don't have to learn any bad stuff. If Mayava is going to have a clean game this season, this should be a clean game for him. And don't have any injuries, knock on wood. So keep everybody healthy. Don't make mistakes. Play clean. Get to see the backups. I really want to see Hassan Longstreet. Yeah, Eric in the chat. Let's celebrate these small demonstrations of goodness. Celebrate these small demonstrations of goodness. We gotta take what we can get, guys. We gotta take what we can get. Remember, it can always get worse. It could always be worse. And Clay Helton's coming next week, so my misery index is just scary. Okay, let's see. Kansas State's still struggling with North Dakota, 17-14 in the second. Texas A&M still struggling with UTSA, 14-10 in the second. See, Kansas State and Texas A&M, my whole thing about, like, the rankings, like, trust me, I don't want to argue that USC should be ranked. I am still worried about USC's offensive line enough to just not, that's not a hill I'll die on. Now we got second and 14 for the defense. Got a tackle in the middle of the field. But with the rankings, like Texas A&M and Kansas State being ranked, Oklahoma being ranked, it's like, if you're going to rank those teams, like, why not rank USC? Oh, I know what happened. Hold on. I'm doing this weird thing where I've got earbuds in underneath my over-the-ear headphones. 3rd and 8. It's a screen. What? There's a screen of interesting design. I'm not.
That's something I do in the game where I'm like, I'm running a mid halfback screen, and I'm only gonna throw there no matter what, even if it's not there.
That was who's 19? Oh, Bishop Fitzgerald. Yeah, that was a great read by Bishop Fitzgerald. He had that covered. I can't figure out why. Here's the punt. No, they're not gonna throw that flag. I don't know why the offensive linemen were running in the direction they were running relative. It could have just straight up gotten blown up, and no matter what, it was going to mess up. But it didn't look like they were running in the direction I was expecting them to. Michael, do you have an opinion on Missouri State's sideways, mostly behind the back shoulder crescent?
Ass.
I agree. It's the element on their jersey that I hate the most.
No, the element on the jersey I hate the most is the text. The text looks like it should be on some sort of peewee team that, paid $10 on East Bay or something like that.
Okay, here we go. 1st and 10 for USC's offense. Who's in that backfield? Wayman?
Is that a little bubble wipe pop?
Love it! Tight end! Let's go, Lake! Go, 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 go! Tight end touchdown. Yes, Badger. Yes! Yes! That's what it is. Tight end up the seam. You guys have no idea. Tight end up the seam. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah, Badger, I know. I messed up my headphones again. Badger is now riled up. Jesse doesn't know what's going on. Badger thinks that because he's riled up, now he can play with Jesse. And was that an RPO, Michael? I can't tell.
I'd have to watch it again, but it is very similar to what's in the game as the bubble wipe pop.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good to see McCree clear through like that. He's been injured, and he last year, for chunks of last year, it looked like he just was hobbled to me. He wasn't the athlete that I know him to be, and not that he's an amazing athlete, but that's more of what I want to see from Lake McCree. I would much rather see them use him on those kinds of up the seam kind of plays than those annoying little dinks out to the flat. He doesn't have the wiggle to get free of a defender in that situation. But if you have him going full speed already down the seam, it does get hard for DBs to bring down somebody like Lake McCree. He can shrug you off and keep going if he's already got his momentum up. But his 0 to 60 isn't that great. So why do you put him in positions where the 0 to 60 is what matters for him to make the play? I'm really happy to see that. So USC's offense cooking. Mayaba's throwing well. Maybe it's just because I spent most of my morning watching Arch Manning not throw well. But it is nice to see Mayaba looking seamless. Yeah. See, LBC Robbie likes the helmets. People are happy about the tight end touchdown. Yes, me too. Oh, well, if nothing else this season, we've gotten a really fun tight end touchdown. I can take that to the bank. All right, now here's my question. USC up 21-3 now in the second quarter. Two things that we talked. One thing that we talked about with our Discord folks last night was consistency. Is the idea of consistency and consistency from quarter to quarter. I think it was Tim who was saying that was the thing that he was looking for the most. And that is something for me, the second quarters, the third quarters, the middle eight. USC's been bad at the middle eight for way too long. So we're not quite at the middle eight, but we're getting close. So this is now what I'm going to be watching out for. You got your lead. You've proven you're obviously better than this team. Now go Now go show that you can win the middle 8. And keep your foot on the gas. Let's see what happened. They're getting the replay. Let's see. They send a blitz. Oh, that's... Yeah. That's beautiful. Love that. 16. So that's Tanook Hines, the freshman who's out there. I believe he got the start. He's obviously out there on that play. Still want to see Zacharias Williams. I don't think we've seen him yet. Okay, we got 1st and 10, Missouri State. Handoff. Oh, yes, Cam Fountain. Cam Fountain in the backfield. This is what USC needs. He did start sparking the defense when he started getting more run last year. He's just quick into the backfield. I'm excited to see him do that. More and more and more need to see him do that. Let's see. 2nd and 12. Nice open field tackle again. Braylon Conley, yes. So we're seeing. So that is one of the questions we had about the corners is how much, I expected a lot of rotation from the corners here. Obviously DeCarlos Nicholson, DJ Harvey getting the start, but I expect to see plenty of Braylon Conley and Marcellus Williams. What I haven't been paying attention to, Keyshawn Silver's in. What I haven't been paying attention to is what they're doing with the nickel, because Alex Graham is out. Prophet Brown obviously out. Okay, we got 3rd and 6. Interception! Bishop Fitzgerald, go, 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 go. Touchdown. All right. That was bad. That was an Alicia level decision in terms of throwing over the middle. I mean, maybe I'll see a replay and decide it wasn't such a bad idea, but yeah, that's the interception that I throw too often. That's a great debut for Bishop Fitzgerald. He's had a good debut so far. I do feel bad for everyone at the Coliseum today. It is hot. Although, I mean, it's not the Valley, so maybe it's less absurdly hot there than it is up here in the Valley, but it's hot. Okay, so now we have a discussion about what USC's coaches are wearing and a flag for some reason on the kick. Yeah, they're wearing these like two-toned, are they polos? Yeah.
No, they're not polos. They're just like pullovers.
They're pullovers. I don't like them.
I think that the style might look better if it wasn't like in the sun and in shadows and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't like the
you don't like one boob one color and the other boob the other color?
Yes, but it's not just that. Like it's a quarter of the if they went full half and half. Like I still wouldn't like that, but I don't know. It looks funky. It's funky for the sake of being funky without.
Reminds me of
reason.
like the 2011 Chelsea kits.
I
will pull it up and put it on the screen.
Okay, let's see this. Great read. Yes, dumb throw.
He saw that the whole way.
Yeah, so it looks like they do have Kamari Ramsey in the nickel there, and then Pierce and Fitzgerald at safety. Yeah, great read, but dumb throw. Yeah, I'm happy that Christian Pierce is getting some run here. I think Christian Pierce is such an upgrade on Bryson Shaw. This can be. All right. So what's that? 28-3? Cooking. Ilium says that the shirts remind them of Tommy Jean's 90s junk. It does feel kind of 90s, doesn't it? It feels like 90s. I don't know why I got like jean shirts with like the different shades of jean. I wonder if we're going to see Matai Tagoai because Anthony Beavers is out injured. I haven't noticed Elijah Newby yet or Jaden Walker. So we're looking for 31, 26, and 44 at linebacker. I will be so happy when I remember all the numbers, guys. We got Tamir Robinson out there. I think I saw 14.
I just put up the Chelsea kits from 2009 on the screen. These are what they remind me of. This little like seam around the chest on each side. Very weird looking.
Yeah, that's exactly. And again, it's just like a seam, a chunk highlighted for no reason. It just because. Eric asks, is Rob Ryan on the sidelines or in the booth? I don't think I've heard. I haven't seen him on the sidelines, but I haven't also been paying attention. Hello, Paul. Paul checking in from Toronto. Welcome. Okay. Got 2nd and 10 for Missouri State.
I believe that is
Falstaff?
Tirana, by the way.
Tirana?
Tirana. Not literally, but just like
Toronto.
yeah, you just jam it. You didn't do the you didn't butcher it. I'm just saying like say it quickly. Up there.
I didn't say Toronto.
No, I know you did. I'm just saying. I'm just like it's very quick. It's almost like Tirana. I still think it's weird that in Toronto they say Maple Leafs instead of Maple Leafs. That's weird to me. Love Canada. We love Canada a lot. I'll shut up now. This isn't my stream.
All right, so it's going to be... Do they lose the down, or is it just 2nd and 17? LBC Robbie says, this is a former Pac-12, Pac-10 ref for all of you who thought switching conferences would fix that problem. The dirt... Oh! Okay, that's a good throw. Come on, guys. Get your tackles. Respect to the quarterback for getting that off because he got worked. Let's see. Who's this? Again, Cam Fountain there. Yeah. Cam Fountain. Dude could be a real star. I hope he can be. All right, we got 1st and 10. First and 10. Nice. In the backfield, Devin Tompkins. Very nice. And again, that's Floyd Bicard. So he's getting a lot of run early. I don't think we've seen Joe Jarrett yet. That's gonna be a nice thing about this is now we're at the point where we can just start watching for guys down the depth chart, sort of see who gets in and in what order. It'd be nice if I could notice blitzing Fitzgerald. Good catch. Kind of a delayed blitz by Fitzgerald. Maybe delayed it a little too much. All right, we got 3rd and 2. 3rd down. I love when you can hear the stadium announcers. All right, we've got Keyshawn Silver in there. Oh, so they are doing the thing. So Devin Tompkins on the end, Silver, and... No, they're doing a 5-man front. Okay, I like this. Short yardage.
Keyshawn Silver in the Vices with the trench face.
Oh, get
mask? Not a fan.
Beautiful.
Sorry, I shouldn't judge players just by their face mask. It's very bad.
Eric asks, has Kobe gotten in? I saw him, Kobe Pepe, unless he changed his number from number. I'm pretty sure he's 94. I'm pretty sure I saw him. I was very pleased with the speed that these defensive linemen are getting into the backfield here. You got to be able to. I mean, if you're not getting in against this Missouri State team, you're not going to get in against anybody. So, you know. All right, we got 4th and 4. Like Danton Lynn has as many sweat lines on his hat as mine. Oh, we got a timeout. This is the number one problem I have with hats. I sweat a lot, and I wear hats when I take the dogs out for walks or for hikes, and I just sweat a lot, and then I just end up with sweat lines, so then any hat that I own just gets ruined. If anyone has any fixes for that, any tips for preventing sweat stains on a hat, drop them in the chat.
I didn't think we'd be talking about sweat.
I mean, I'm just saying,
stream.
Danton Lynn has the lines. I saw them. I feel them. I know his struggle. All right, they're gonna go for it on. Throw it in the dishwasher. All right. I see that. Dawn works great too.
More of a sunset guy myself.
Yeah, I've tried putting them like in the washing machine. Then you got to have like the little hat thing that keeps them like shaped. All right, 4th down, 4th and 4. Blitzing the linebacker. Oh, almost got there. Buddy. Oh, whose responsibility was that? Kennedy Urlacher was out there on that play, 28. I don't know if that was his fault, but he was in the vicinity. Had a deep safety. Christian Pierce was. So maybe his job, but I can't imagine they were. Yeah, somebody was supposed to track back. One of them, either Urlacher or who was the other? Who's the corner there? One of them supposed to fade back into that zone, and they didn't. So, yep, still got work to do. I mean, this is also one of the reasons that you play these games, so that you can get guys playing time, get them in there, make sure that you iron out the kinks here with coverages and stuff like that. You know, you don't want that to happen, but you know, if it happens in this game when you're up 28-3 and it's now 28-10, like I can live with that. I think the thing that can be frustrated from the USC perspective is that in past seasons we've seen them make that same mistake and then not learn from it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. West Texas Mike says they went for it anyway against that so reliably bad Danton Lynn 4th down defense. Yeah. Danton Lynn's 4th down defense, not great, but I don't think that was the defensive coordinator's issue. That was busted coverage. That was somebody not doing their job.
SC was 91st in 4th down defense last year.
Yeah. As Iliam says, I'd go for it on 4th down every time against USC. Correct? Yeah, until USC proves you can stop anybody. Why not? 100%. West Texas Mike, you should run the steps at the Coliseum after this game for that. Yeah, I mean, somebody's getting chewed out when they do the film, and when they do the look back at the film on this for that one. I don't know which one of them. I don't know. Based on I don't know. I'm not the coverage specialist here, but just based on the positioning of Christian Pierce, my guess is that the corner DJ Harvey was supposed to be the one that faded back, and that the safety was coming down to cover that flat. But that's a guess. I don't know. Either one of them. Shotgun with a tweet talking about blown coverages. What did he say? What did Shotgun say? Because I'm afraid of going on Twitter right now. If you can mention what did Shotgun see? Because I think that I certainly trust his view of reading that defense better than mine. That is one of the things that I'm so glad that we have a college football game back, because I went a decade without playing a football video game because I just don't like Madden. And when I started playing College Football 25, Mekhi Lemon on the return, when I started playing College Football 25, I really struggled with recognizing defenses, reading defenses, and sort of knowing what's going to come from a defense. And now that it's been, over a year of playing that game, like I feel like a better football fan when I have that kind of game to play. So yeah, it is nice watching these and thinking like, well, I don't know exactly what Dan Lynn was wanting there, but like based on some of the defenses that I run, my guess is that corner was supposed to fade back and safety come down, but who knows? Yeah, that's not a great. No idea what happened there on first down. Wayman Jordan back in the game. Let's see. Eric says from Shotgun, USC blows an assignment on a bunch formation with two newcomers, DJ Harvey and Kennedy Urlacher, both covering the same receiver, leaving Tristan Gardner wide open for a 33-yard touchdown catch. Yeah, and I mean, I would hope that we can just pinpoint that as okay, 2nd and 9, empty backfield. Interesting. Nice quick to Lake McCree. Love that. I think my hope would be that I can say with some amount of confidence that it is not a surprise that broken coverage involves two transfers, including one who transferred in just for the fall. So obviously we've seen blown coverage from guys who've been there the whole time. So can I say that with 100% certainty? Maybe not, but it's also, maybe to be expected at times. 3rd and 1, handoff to Wayman Jordan. I love him. I want more. Waymo. Give me more Waymo. Give me a drive that is literally just handing off to Waymo. Let's do it. I dare you, Lincoln. I dare you. You know what sucks is those shirts. They look bad stylistically on guys, which is like a sort of normal, sort of average body. Oh, nice.
I got a chant for you.
What?
Waymo, 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 Wayman Jordan, Waymo.
I love that.
Waymo. There you go.
Waymo, Waymo, Waymo.
Kind of like the Colo Toure chant.
Yes. Yeah, I heard. What I was saying is that those shirts, I don't like them stylistically when it's just a guy with a normal body. The bigger guys with the bigger torsos, it just looks bad. It just looks so bad. It is not flattering to the coaches who have a little bit more of a belly. It's just, yeah.
Oh,
okay,
he's
here we
silky.
go. 1st and 10. Waymo out on the slot. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh. I found my new favorite.
He makes me drool.
I found my new favorite. Just saying. I know it's Missouri State. Like, what? That was that a pitch? What? Yeah, they're highlighting that throw from Mayava. Is definitely one of those ones where you set up a bigger gain. 2nd and 6 from the 15. Mayava, nice little sidearm. Boom. There we go. That's Tanook Hines.
I love that Caleb little sidearm.
Oh, yeah, I love that too. Yeah. Josh, I'm not belly shaming. I'm shaming Nike for putting these guys in these shirts that are like, they're just not flattering for those guys. Like, I want them to be wearing something that's flattering. Yeah, Tanook Hines is fun. All right, we got 1st and goal from the 3. Keeper! I love a QB keeper option read at the goal line. That is something that USC needs to that needs to be bread and butter stuff for USC at the goal line. Thank you, West Texas Mike. West Texas Mike, super chat. I just thought about all of the talking you people are going to be doing today. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. Cheers. Fight on. It'll be a lot of talking. Yeah. The good thing is, here's the good thing. I'm a talker. For better or for worse. I've always, people talk about, how difficult radio is. And I'm not saying it's not a difficult job because, yeah, finding things to talk about for 3 hours a day it's hard. But I've always been the kind of person who just can vamp. And I think if you told me I had to sit for 3 hours, which is essentially what I'm going to be doing today, and just talk, I think I could do it. I think I'd just talk. So, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Just got to make sure I have my whiskey sour. I've got multiple water bottles on the ready. Which shout out to Bullet. Bullet Bourbon has a new pre-made whiskey sour that I'm trying out today because I love whiskey sours, but I'm too lazy to make them for myself. During COVID, I went through a whiskey sour phase. When we were in lockdown, I was making a whiskey sour all the time. And then I got to the point where I can't be bothered to have simple syrup on hand every day. So yeah, it's nice to have a pre-made. It's a little tart for my taste. I had to water it down a little bit, but it's good. It's good. All right, let's roll through and see what's going on with the other games around the country. Oklahoma's still up 28-3. Florida's destroying Long Island. Kansas State now down at halftime against North Dakota. Michael, is North Dakota the good FCS team?
North Dakota, they are I don't know what the correct name to call them is anymore. But North Dakota is not North Dakota State.
This is North Dakota Hawks. So this isn't isn't South Dakota.
North Dakota.
Yeah.
North Dakota, formerly the Fighting Sioux.
Okay, but
big hockey school.
They're not the
They're
FCS
good.
powerhouse.
They're good, but they're not.
They're not
North
South
Dakota
Dakota
State.
or North Dakota State. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So Kansas State's losing to them at halftime.
Yeah.
Good times. Texas A&M is up 21-10 on UTSA. LSU Clemson has started their 3-3. I should probably put that up on the side. New Mexico, Michigan is 17-7. Texas Tech is killing Arkansas Pine Bluff. What time is it? Oh, New Mexico State's about to kick off. My Aggies. I have an Aggie shirt now because they're my team in college football 26. So I will be rooting for my Aggies. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put that game up though. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to put. Well, okay, now I'm afraid of running another stream and like overloading something. But I do want to have.
You can watch it on delay. Oregon beating the crap out of Montana State. Weirdly impressive to me. Not that like beating an FCS team is impressive, but like that's a very good FCS team, last year, and they struggled against Idaho last year. Yeah,
so you got to take a step forward where you can.
Yeah.
Apparently, Moore looked really good. Who's that? 34. Who's 34? Who's 34 on defense?
Kevin Longstreet.
Oh, okay. So they got Kevin Longstreet in as the nickel now.
It is interesting to have Longstreet and Lane on the same team.
Ha. That's funny. That is funny. All right. So 2nd and 3. I don't like the running lanes. Jeez. I do not like the running lanes. That's Kobe Pepe and J.D. Abasiri in the middle there. They are definitely. Again, it's. I don't know if it's the linebackers. I don't know if it's the linebackers who are just not getting into those fits, but there's way too much room there to run. Okay. I'm also surprised we're seeing so little of Keyshawn Silver. I can't remember if he was dealing with an injury in camp, though. So we're getting guys mixed up. Maybe they're going easy with him. I don't know. Let's see. Josh says, Michael, you got to stop. Duck fans are already too obnoxious. Yeah, we're not gonna puff up the Ducks for beating Montana State any more than we're gonna puff up USC for beating Missouri State. You know, it's just check your boxes and move on. It will be much more valuable for me to see USC beat Georgia Southern. Not only because Georgia Southern is not a faux FCS team, but because Georgia Southern is a team that, you know, they have a pulse. They play hard. So, yeah. There's a discussion about sweetener and corn syrup. Agave. I've had agave before, but yeah, I mean, I will admit the whiskey sours are not great on my stomach. They are not great on my stomach. I will absolutely admit that. I like them in spite of that. It's that or a White Russian, which is my normal drink of choice. I just got some more Kahlua. I can't remember if I have vodka, though. If I don't have vodka, I'll be very sad. My new obsession is a Colorado Bulldog. That's basically a White Russian with Coke. You add Coke on top. Makes it like a float. I love it. Also, with a whiskey sour, if I had some red wine, I would do a red wine float on top. I forget what it's called when you do that. It makes it into a different drink. I forget. I know there's a name for it, but I love a whiskey sour with the red wine float. Josh says Duck fans are acting like they won the national championship. Again, they struggled with Idaho last year. Like, it's week one. It's week one. Cigar says no alcohol is best. This is correct. I won't fight you there. I will not fight you there. All right, 2nd and 7 and whistles. Let's see, we're waiting on this penalty. False start, okay. I haven't seen a lot of Braylon Shelby, or I've been missing him if he's out there.
I've seen 10 out there.
Yeah. Oh, Jason, thank you. New York Sour. Thank you. That's what it's called when you put the wine with the red wine. Clutch. Thank you. All right, 2nd and 12. Ilium, we are watching USC football. No alcohol is a hard choice. Yes, that's exactly the point. Yes. All right, 2nd and 12. Another screen. They are really trying to take advantage of USC's aggression. This is something that we saw last season a lot, and USC get punished a lot for it. Thus far, USC's linebackers and safeties have done a good job of sniffing these out. So I'll take that. But again, like, this is not the opponent that is necessarily going to be the best at executing these. But Christian Pierce, again, does a good job there. But Bishop Fitzgerald did a good job on the last one. So at least there's that, you know. You can't control who you're playing in this game, but you can certainly control how you respond to what they throw at you. And that is an area that USC needs to be more sound, is not getting sucked in like that. The desperation to get a sack, the desperation to get pressure. Yeah, West Texas Mike says Michael should be bringing those drinks when you bring them up. Yeah, the shaker and the glass on the left side of the screen. That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. Maybe I mean, the plus side is he doesn't need to mix this one for me because it's pre-made. Oh, this is 3rd and 14. Oh, tipped. Good tip. I think it was tipped, and then also Bishop Fitzgerald doing a really good job of sitting on top of that route and breaking it up. I'm impressed with Bishop Fitzgerald. I think he has the potential to be a really, really important piece for USC. Bishop Fitzgerald being really good frees up what they can do with Kamari Ramsey. And Kamari Ramsey, coverage is not Kamari Ramsey's like strongest point. So what we're seeing from Bishop in terms of coverage, I like it. I like it a lot. Here's a punt. Okay, so Cigar says, next walk along, we figure out having the game clock on the right. Michael, I can't remember if he's here right now, is he? Yes, he is.
I'm here. There is no possible chance of doing that.
Okay, so
we'd have to like tap into some sort of API and all that kind of stuff, and I have no idea how to do that. That is over my brain grade.
The question I had is,
I'm making you a be right back screen though.
Oh, thank you. The question I had is like, is there a way that you could do like almost a screen share on a stat broadcast?
I could. I hate how it always looks cheap.
Looks weird.
It always looks cheap to me.
But that was my solution for it.
I mean, the problem there though is the delay. Like it would be way ahead. The stat broadcast
true.
is basically instantaneously live.
You're right. What we would have to do is the screen share would need to be what my screen is, like what my score bug is. All right, we got Mayava from the end zone. Nice. Makai Lemon on the sideline. Makai Lemon masterclass today, man. Masterclass. Also, Mayava looks so comfortable. He looks really comfortable. I mean, you expect him to be.
I'd like to up the tempo here and go.
Mm-hmm.
Use this as a good opportunity.
Again, win the middle eight. They're taking their time. All right, here's.
I mean,
first
Lincoln
and
does
10.
like to do the little slow
Handoff
thing.
to
If you
Eli
don't get the
Sanders.
first down early,
Yeah.
then you just bail out of it. But if you
Yeah.
do, you go faster.
I think he's given this up. I think he is running this clock. I will say that first drive, offensive line made me a little worried. We are seeing much better from them. I just got super congested. Like, I feel like I'm talking with my nose plugged, just out of nowhere. West Texas Mike, the coach's shirts look like something worn on the Cosby Show in the 80s. Yes, that is exactly, yes. I was struggling to, like, place a time.
Rest in peace, Theo.
Period. Sagar says Jalen looks comfortable versus Mount Sack too. Yes, this is true. But to be fair, this is one thing we talked about in the preview, I think, that we got to realize, like, we've never seen Jade Mayaba play a team that doesn't have at least a defense with a pulse. Like, he's only played batted pass. He's only played good defenses at USC. Like, the worst defense he played last year was UCLA's, and UCLA's defense wasn't great statistically, but, like, I think they had their moments. So I don't know. I'm not trying to, like, I'm not trying to blow smoke or anything like that, but, you know, I do think that he did get thrown into a tough situation. .38 seconds, 2nd and 10. That's a little screen. That's a nice little screen. There you go, Eli. There you go. Oh, he's running. He's running. He's gone. Oh, you see the way he just picks up? Like, you could just see the high step. And yes. Oh, man. Eli Sanders. Hello. When he got into full gallop, it was literally like watching a thoroughbred just racing by. Damn. That's great. Oh, man. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't have USC having 41 points at the half. I mean, this is what you should be doing. This is absolutely what you should be doing to an FCS team. I expected there to be a bit more, slightly more growing pains from Mayaba, from the running backs and receivers and offensive line. It's been a little bit more seamless than I expected it to, especially after that first.
I think the defense. Drive. I mean, the offense has been just about perfect.
Yes,
they've scored on every drive. They're doing their job.
Yeah.
They're getting
yes.
the ball out there.
Now, Jacoby Lane will not be able to make many of those blocks this season. Like, that's very much a Missouri State DB block. But his stride is so interesting. It's like a gallop. Like, it's like, I don't know. I love that. That's fun. All right, so do you start, when do you put in Hassan Longstreet?
If it's me, he starts the second half.
I would just start him in the second half.
They're going to give Mayava a drive. They always do.
That's fine. I'm fine with them giving him the first drive of the second half. But I do want to see Longstreet. I want to see Longstreet. Still haven't seen Zacharias Williams. Zacharias Williams. We could definitely see more Brian Jackson outside of those short yardage. There's a lot of guys that we can now look forward to seeing. All right, 25 seconds left. Yeah, Eric says Jaden gets one drive and then Hassan. Yeah, I expect that to be one drive with the ones, and then let's see what the backups do. Although, has anyone know? Haven't been paying attention. Has Reed been in it at center? Have they swapped out the centers like they
I
said
haven't
they
paid
might?
attention, to be honest.
That's a nice play. Who's that? Linebacker. Oh, Gentry. There you go. Need him to be doing that more often. Need him making plays in the run game. Sager's getting kebabs and pita at halftime. Michael and I are having chicken and rice, right?
Yep.
Yep. The dogs are having dog food. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Badger. Yeah, there's halftime. All right. So do we have the be right back screen?
We will in just 1 second.
Okay.
1 second.
I'll stick around if people wanna chat. I don't intend to be gone too long. I just am gonna go refill my drink and blow my nose. It's all of a sudden. Clemson's up 10-3 on LSU. Number 9 LSU. Lincoln Riley to the locker room. Grant's having wings. Nice. That's great football food. Robbie is having chicken and broccoli. Chicken and broccoli rice has too many carbs. Yes, this is true. It does have too many carbs. Carbs are going to be the death of me, and I accept that. I can live with that. Brian says, bad day for the SEC. Yeah. I mean, Texas loses to Ohio State. Alabama got their butt kicked by Florida State. That was surprising. Not just that Alabama lost because, I mean, it was raining and they were away and all that kind of stuff. I just didn't expect Florida to, like, out-physical them the way that they did.
The BRB is ready when you want, but no rush.
All right. Let's BRB. And we're back. I think. I hope.
We are back.
We're back. Second half should be starting. I don't know. Should it be starting soon? I haven't been keeping track. Yeah, let's see. First half stats. Let me go through some. Mayava, 15 of 18, 295, 2 touchdowns. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, I think the yardage he benefits from the Eli Sanders
Screen.
the 79 yards there and the 59 yards from Lake McCree.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very, very pleased with that 15 of 18. That's looked good. His mistakes have been he missed the deep ball.
Mm-hmm.
He had one drop by Jacoby Lane, and I don't remember the other incomplete pass. So, yeah, he's been playing very clean, and that's what you would have wanted to see from him today.
Yeah, and that was what we talked about a lot going into this game is if he couldn't play clean against this team, then who could he play clean against? So, yeah, I'm with you. That overthrow, obviously you want him to hit that, but that's also one of those ones that sometimes it comes with time. Sometimes you have to sort of get that feel for in-game speed. So, just got to hope the next time that they connect there. Wayman Jordan, 42 yards and a touchdown. Eli Sanders, 5 yards. 5 attempts, 33 yards.
Both of them combined 7.5 yards a carry.
Sanders has a 73-yard touchdown. McCree has a 64-yard touchdown. 2 catches, 72 yards. Mekhi Lemon, big game, 7 catches, 90 yards. Jacoby Lane, 3 for 33. Yeah, I don't think there's anything you can really complain about offensively. I think the only thing you can complain about offensively at this point is that they're not playing a better defense. So, it's hard to say what matters. Defensively, Bishop Fitzgerald leads with 4 tackles. Desmond Stevens has 4. Eric Gentry has 3. Christian Pierce has 3. USC has 8 tackles for loss. Ramsey, Shelby, Tompkins. Shelby has 2 tackles for loss, so I just simply have not noticed when he was in there. Tompkins, Fountain with 2. Pierce with 1. Fitzgerald with a half, plus the interception. So yeah, I think it's most of the names that we sort of expected to be involved here have been involved. Defensively, I think there are still some guys that I'd like to see more from.
You ready for the craziest stat? Braylon Shelby and Cameron Fountain have combined for 4 tackles for loss. Last season, they combined for 9.5, so they're almost halfway to their total last year.
Yeah. Well, it would have been nice if they had played Missouri State last year, to be fair. But yeah, I think that you can't complain.
Mayava looks done.
Yeah, he does not have his helmet on. Well, that's exciting.
I like this personally. I like just give the whole second half to the backup.
Yeah,
I don't
treat this like a preseason game.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do that when you go into the game, but once you're up 42-10, now treat it like a preseason game. See what your second team, see what your third team has. I think now is all about maximizing value of the snaps that are remaining in this game. Who is that returning? Eli?
It was Sanders, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so USC will have the ball at 25. Should be Longstreet shotting out. Let's see. Over the shoulder of this Big Ten Network reporter. Oh, Badger, what are you chewing on, sir?
I'll get him.
He is pulling something. Badger got his leash. dog. All right, here we go. We got Longstreet and Brian Jackson in the backfield. We've still got Mikhail. No. That's Tanook Hines at the bottom of the screen. Top of the screen. There's a handoff. Okay, Jean Reed is in at center. Jeez, Longstreet's got some guns on him. Skinny arms, but like biceps. All right, well, this is King Miller. This is the brother of Kalon Miller, the backup right guard, who might be in the game right now. That'd be fun. 60 is Kalon Miller, right? Yeah, Kalon and King Miller are both in the game. That's pretty cool.
All right, we got Longstreet in the Rydell Axiom here.
Are you approved or not?
I'm not a huge fan, but at least he's got the one with the bar on the top.
Gotcha. All right. Zacharias Williams is in there. DJ Jordan is in there. Let's see if we can see. So there's Miller on the offensive line. Okay, let's see. Okay, that is Williams down at the bottom. And then we haven't seen any of Jay Fair, have we? Is he out?
I haven't noticed.
Jay Fair is a monster in college football 25. Yeah, didn't really have any running room there. Okay, we got a 59, 70, and 79. 79 is Vicona. 59 is Benuelos. And what did I say, 70? 70's not on the too deep. Aaron Dunn. Okay. Okay, so I imagine Dunn is the right guard. It's hard to tell from this angle. And then that Walker Lyons. All right. A couple of yards from King Miller. Let's see. Yeah, Walker Lyons is in there at QB. Good to see all of those guys, helmets off, get out of this game without any injuries, get to rest their bodies. Really good way to start the season. All right, we got 3rd and 8 from Hassan Longstreet. Good protection. Making some time for himself. Running. Oh, hello. Fighting for that first down. He did not want to come out of the game. Hassan Longstreet's like, bro, it's my playing time. I'm not coming out of this game. Ain't no way.
I winced when I saw him drop his shoulder.
I know.
Flashbacks of Carson Palmer and Otson in 1999.
Yeah. All right, who's that down? 17 at the bottom. That's Prince Strawn. First sighting of him I've seen. All right, Longstreet back to pass. Good time. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Pass it. I don't understand why it took so long for that flag to come in, but see, 24. This is one of the walk-ons, right?
Carson Tabarachi.
Carson Tabarachi's in 24? I don't like that, bro.
It does feel like a walk-on number, I will say.
It does, for a tight end, too. Like, I don't like it, Carson.
Not for a running back, but for...
I mean, he was a linebacker, so
Yeah.
I don't know if he just kept that number from when he was a linebacker, but... One of the things that I get really nervous about, was it 2 years ago, USC was up big on Stanford, and The offense in the second half just completely stalled because the offensive line was a disaster. Walker Lyons on first down. What I'm slightly encouraged by here is we're seeing the full second team offensive line, and they're holding their own. They're holding their own. Second and 3. Longstreet's checking the play. Let's see what they do. Okay, Hassan. Okay.
I like this.
That was one of those, like, he probably should have handed that off. It would have gone the first, but, you know, when you have that kind of speed, that's the difference between Longstreet and Mayava. Like, Mayava can run, but I don't think he's as natural a runner as...
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. I wouldn't be surprised if Mayava is faster in a 40.
Like in a straight line?
Yeah. Because Mayava's quick, but he's
a little clunky. He's a
little clunky compared to Longstreet. There he goes.
Like he's got stiff hips. There, yep, touchdown. Easy money. He could have dumped that off to Walker Lyons, taken it himself. He's like, USC was scoring on that no matter what. Love that. Love that whole drive. Incredibly encouraging drive. Offensive line held up. Quarterback looked so comfortable. Showed off his running ability.
He makes me drool.
The receivers, the second line receivers looked fine. Yeah, that little fake out. Love it. Good blocking by DJ Jordan there. Kick. This is a backup kicker, by the way. Caden Chittenden, the like national award watchee, is injured for the time being. I think it'll be a couple weeks before we see him, so they've got the backup kicker in there. Ryan Sayeri, I think is his name. Doing a good job. Haven't asked a lot of him yet, which is fine by me. Let's see. West Texas Mike, is there a bigger disparity between the cardinal of the helmet and the cardinal of the jersey than in recent previous seasons?
I think it might be a lighting thing.
I think it's often a lighting thing. I also think it's like sometimes a sweat thing. It does bother me.
It was really pronounced in like 2014 because the jerseys before the sort of redesign were like they were veering towards cherry a bit. Like they were redder than deeper cardinal, if that makes sense.
Yeah. This is one of the reasons why I liked the Dravorium helmets, because it was such a contrast that like it's like they clearly weren't trying to color match between those two. And so it just sort of seemed to work better for me. Ilium thinks they should go back to the 90s, 80s maroon. What do you think about that, Michael?
I'm not a maroon guy.
I would go back to the golder.
You
golder
say
pants.
this every time, and what you are wanting does not exist. What you are wanting only looks like that because of like pictures.
Yeah,
and also the liner pants only looked gold because of the material that they were. Mm-hmm. They've always been yellow.
This is
SC's
fair
gold
because
is
the
yellow.
last thing, the last thing
gold.
I would want is for USC's gold to look like Notre Dame's brown gold.
Right. Now, ironically, my hot UCLA jersey take is that they should ditch the real gold and go for the canary yellow. Like UCLA's basketball colors way better than their football colors.
Yeah.
I know all the fabrics. I'm a big fabric guy. I will say, in terms of like maroon, I love the Thundering Herd, long sleeve jerseys, the like retro-y throwback stuff that the Thundering Herd would wear in the Pete Carroll era. I love those, and those are like a deep maroon.
Brian wants the J-Rob jerseys. I wonder. I think it should be a yearly tradition for homecoming or something that they wear the stripes. I would support that. Once a year they go to the stripes. Cool. Callie Cat says Michael with all kinds of bad takes here.
I'll be here all season.
Oh, I would eat this play up. This is my play. I'd run the shit out of that play.
Dagger? It looked like dagger.
Yeah. They're going to swing out. Oh! Oh! Gentry almost got a piece of that. He didn't, though. Those cut blocks are rough. 30 is 30. Marquise Gallegos. He's getting in there. All right.
How would you feel
31 is,
about
there's Jaden Walker.
McKay era road jerseys? Meaning
another screen.
They're plain whites.
Good read there by who's this? This is Elijah Newby. Elijah Newby's much bigger than I remember, although he did spend that year at defensive end.
McKay era away jerseys?
McKay era away jerseys you need to
think Stanford or Alabama. Like just plain white.
Just
no crescents. No crescents, no stripes.
No, because the crescents are like distinctly USC. I think one of the things that I want in any uniform change is that you can still identify that immediately identify it's USC playing.
That's fair. I do think maybe
tough,
the homecoming thing is like, oh, there we go.
Third, second, and 4. There's a sack. There's G-Day. Love it. They've just said G-Day Abasiri's name like 4 different ways each time they said it.
It's
G-Day,
so easy.
G-Day.
It's so fun, too. It's a great name.
Yeah, G-Day Abasiri. And that's Keyshawn Silver in the middle. And that's Braylon Shelby on the edge. He looks so badass with that arm thing. I know it's an injury thing, so I'm not...
It's in the game, and I hate it in the game, but it looks kind of cool on him.
3rd and 13. Showing blitz. Pushing the pocket back. Oh. They had that covered if that was on target, but that was very not on target.
This quarterback, Jacob Clark. Kirk Cousins and Carson Wentz, you put them into a blender. That's what it looks like to me.
I could see him being if Kirk Cousins' sister and Carson Wentz had a baby.
Sure, yeah.
Just like milquetoast is all hell. All right, here's the punt. We're getting Zacharias Williams' return and a fair catch.
Okay, LBC Robbie, is Missouri the Midwest?
It feels Midwesty.
Does it?
It does.
It was a slave state.
Yes, but it still feels Midwesty. Is that how we mark lines for the Midwest?
I think if you're going to call...
it's Southern?
If you're going to call Missouri a Midwest state, then I think that we have to consider the south half of Indiana to be the South. Because the south half of Indiana is basically Kentucky.
I don't know.
We consider Kentucky the South, do we not?
All right. Sagar asks, is this watch-along going straight into the post-game CarCast? We are going to end the stream, and then we're going to take the dogs out for a quick walk, and then we will come back and do the CarCast. So it's probably like 20, 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes after final whistle. Right, Michael?
Yeah, that seems right.
Sagar says this quarterback should be working on his PhD. I mean, he probably is. He probably is.
I agree. You have to consider states in their totality. This is why also I think Texas is a little... This is why Texas to me is just Texas. Texas is not the South because there are parts of Texas that are like the South. There are parts of Texas that are like the Plains. There are parts of Texas that is like the Southwest. But Texas as a whole is just Texas.
So Grant describes Missouri as an unwanted stepbrother, not claimed by the South or the Midwest.
No, that's
so
right.
is Missouri like Texas, just Missouri is Missouri?
I mean, it's hard because, like, St. Louis that's basically the Midwest. The Kansas City side is basically the Plains to me. But southern Missouri, where Missouri State is, it feels like the South. Also, St. Louis is very southern in a lot of ways. Except St. Louis has horrible food. And southern states do not have horrible food. So, for what it's worth, maybe it is Midwest.
I mean, that's not... It's not a bad way to distinguish. All right, we got 1st and 10 with Longstreet. We got, there's Jay Fair. Jay Fair in the slot. Sort of. Hassan hit when he throws. How? Bro. Elijah. Play to the whistle, bro. Play to the whistle. You gotta curl up with that. That's yours. I mean, I guess this is a great learning moment for all of the offensive linemen.
He's on top of it.
He's on top of it. He just lays there. Yeah, he doesn't get his hands down to. So, I mean, good effort by the Missouri State defensive lineman, but like, this can't happen. Or are they going to say he was down by contact there? But he doesn't have his hands on the ball.
He doesn't have his hands on the ball. I would think that would be an awful overturn.
Is it a throw? Does he get the ball?
Oh, it might not be a throw.
No, it's a fumble.
I mean, which would be a fumble, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he ever establishes possession.
No, there's no way
right?
he can overturn that.
Oh, that's...
The ball's never going forward. Definitely a fumble.
It knocks out because he hits the dude's face mask on his... The problem is you can see his hands on the ground and they're not around that ball.
Right. And the ball is loose underneath his
underneath
chest.
Him. But he's got to be doing that thing where you go into the fetal position.
Okay. Here's my question. Oh, no, never mind. That last replay doesn't help him out. I was just saying, is there a world where his hands are just so taped that he can't move his fingers?
I mean, there is a world.
Upheld, not stands or confirms. Upheld.
Yeah. Yeah, like Calic Froze in the chat. Good learning lesson. This is something they can put on tape and they can show the team and they can reaffirm the importance of playing to the whistle, of getting your hands on the ball, of curling up, protecting that thing like it's your baby. What Sexist Mike says, that would have been fine if it were a grenade. Yeah. Yeah, but not a grenade. There's a stuff. Oh, yeah, Jared, big boy. It's and him wearing the 0 just makes him look more massive.
Let's go.
I don't know why they keep showing the replay of the throw.
Yeah, the throw is
definitely
no
a fumble.
question. All right, 2nd and 14. After that big stuff. Fake pitch. Oh, nice. Who was that on the dive? Is that Jaden Walker? Someone with a 30. I want to see that again. Because he disrupted that throw. Love that effort. Absolutely love that effort. 3rd and 10. He's so huge. Yeah, that was Longstreet, I think. I'm going to be honest. I'm surprised at how much, where Longstreet sits in the pecking order.
I don't know that we can read
Kevin.
too much into the pecking order stuff.
Well, it's tough because Prophet Brown and Alex Graham are both injured. There you go, Braylon. That's a sack for Braylon Shelby.
Hot damn, that defense.
Love it. Great response by the defense. Great response. Guys getting in the backfield in every play.
Just about every dude won their battle, too.
Yes.
Like, Joe Jarrett didn't get through, but he was pushing the guy back into the pile the whole time.
He wasn't giving the quarterback a lane to escape.
That's what you call a space eater, huh?
Yeah, Robbie in the chat says the protection bothers me more than the botched recovery by a freshman offensive lineman. Yeah. I mean, don't let the lineman get close to the quarterback in the first place, and you don't need to have a fumble recovery by anybody. I do think Longstreet there, given what we know, what he can do with his legs, there's an argument that he maybe should have just bailed. If his feel for the pockets maybe a tad better, maybe he just feels the presence behind him and runs. I think there was a lane, but that's also asking a lot. That's asking quarterback to have eyes in the back of their head, which I know is not something you have, but quarterbacks also have that's pocket feel, right? That's that sense. Great quarterbacks have that sense. We have to hone it though.
Braylon Shelby at 3.5 tackles for loss right now.
Cali Cat says, for the record, I feel much better about no over-under if we get to watch the game with you guys like this instead. I was literally just thinking about over-under before you sent in that message, Cali Cat, because I was thinking, what kind of over-under would we have put on the sacks? It would have been over-under 4.5 sacks or something like that. The line was 35, Sagar. Dan says we need to join Conference USA. I mean, the likelihood of USC winning a conference title in Conference USA would definitely go up.
I think one of the things I will miss about over-under is the rivalry between Cali Cat and Cali Matt.
Yes. 5 sacks, 11 tackles for loss. This is what you should do against a team like this. This is what you should do. Okay, let's check in. Clemson's up 10-3 on LSU. Kansas State is up 31-28 on North Dakota.
Why are the people sitting in the front row wearing awfully fake jerseys? What are we doing here?
These look like...
they look like Commanders.
Are these the Hellenes?
Put them in real jerseys. What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Trojan Knights used to be the ones that did the face painting up front, but I don't know who does it now. If it's still the Trojan Knights. Oh, that's a nice throw, Nussmeier. Texas A&M was pulled away from UTSA. Michigan 27-10, New Mexico. See, and this is the thing. This is the thing about beating Missouri State like this. Like I know Missouri State is bad, but like if you look at like FPI sort of rankings and all that kind of stuff, like New Mexico is just as bad as Missouri State. And Michigan is comfortably up 27-10 in the third quarter. But that's very different from 49-13, you know? I think we can poo-poo the level of competition. I think it's totally fair. But I also think that you can only play the team that's in front of you. And when you should be beating a team by 40, and you do beat the team by 40, like, not everybody beats these teams by 40. I do wish I could see more of the stats on this Michigan game.
I can pull them up.
I want to see how Underwood is doing. I'm annoyed because I use ESPN's like score thing, and there's just so many games today that they don't have the Gamecast or the box score for, and I don't know why. And it's annoying to have to go to Stat Broadcast, go to today's events, go to go to Michigan, you know, the whole...
All right, what do you want? Bryce Underwood?
Yeah.
15 of 23, 211, touchdown, rating of 156.6. It's 27-10 Wolverines over the Lobos.
Sounds good. That's not bad. 23 attempts is a lot, but it's not bad.
Dan, have you seen the ESPN app now and how they have like an AI sports center curated for you? I think they put all their UX UI stuff into that aspect.
Allegedly, ESPN's app has a multi-screen or whatever, multi-view. I think you can't do it on the computer. I'm guessing it's on like a smart TV app or whatever that you can access it, but it's still slightly annoying. Also, I was blacked out of the Alabama FSU, I think, on ESPN. I ended up watching that on Fubo. There's a bunch of reasons I'd get YouTube TV if I could. Well, if I didn't have Fubo already, as an aside. But one of them is their delay seems less, and two is that they have the multi-view. All right, handoff to King. Go on, King! Go on, King! Is that a touchdown? That's a touchdown! King Miller. That is... I wasn't sure he had the breakaway speed there, but he put on the Jets. That's some big plays for USC. Also, it's just really fun to like shout, "Go on, King!" That's great. I'm excited to see.
Look how insane that hole was.
King's brother, that lane, but King's brother opens the hole for King to score a 70-something yard touchdown. That is just beautiful.
That was like the Grand Canyon of a hole. Jesus Christ.
Did they change the gray on the face mask? Is it missing the speckling? The flake?
There's the gold speckle. They might have taken it out, but the gold speckles were always hard to see. Like you could only see them in a certain light.
It just looks grayer to me than in the past. Maybe it's the type of.
It could be the lighting. It's hard to tell. Yeah. A lot of people had no idea that they were gold in there anyway.
West Texas Mike, why am I now just learning the name King Miller? King is a walk-on running back. His brother Kalon was in the battle for the right guard starting job, also a walk-on offensive lineman. I think they both enrolled last season. I don't think King's been here longer, but he's a walk-on, and USC has had an abundance of running backs. Just getting his chance now. He apparently had a really good camp.
Grant says, I hope Riley doesn't take the foot off the gas. It's hard to take the foot off the gas when you keep having big runs like this with that big of a hole. Like, you can take your foot off the gas and still just, have a mile-long touchdown run.
My favorite thing, and the thing I always forget about King and Kalon, is they're twins. They're twins. 220-pound, 6-foot King Miller is a twin.
Wait, okay. Could you have not done King and Prince because that would have put some sort of preference on it?
Yeah, you couldn't do that.
What if you did like Prince and Duke?
That would have been kick-ass. Duke Miller sounds like a Confederate general, though. So I don't know that. I don't know that I'd do that. How do you do? Yeah, I think the surprise about King Miller, Iliam says he's also never heard of him, and he listens to a lot of the 2-Star Pod.
I will say, doing all the roster stuff that we did, no, I agree. Like, I didn't realize who King Miller was until about 30 minutes ago.
Well, no, in
terms of like being a viable sort of option.
Well,
here,
okay. Every time last year when I looked at the roster, I know I clocked King Miller because it's just a cool name. This offseason, I didn't clock that King Miller was a thing until I had to look up who the hell Kalon Miller was when the right guard position was up for grabs, which was a surprise. And then, with walk-ons, you tend to assume that they're just going to be the rounding out the depth chart. And given that Harry Dalton had a really good camp, I sort of expected him to be the fourth guy, but King was the fourth. So,
King was the fourth. So Henry who was the famous fourth king?
I'm sure there are some. I just don't know them.
Know. My British history not great.
No.
SC, by the way, sack adjusted
3rd and 2.
yards per carry, 9.8.
Love it. All right. Oop. He's short. That's Kevin Longstreet down there for the stop.
Yeah, Kevin Longstreet. They gave him Kevin Arbett's number.
It's just brotherly love at USC right now. Kevin and Hassan, King and Kalon. I did not intend for that to rhyme. Oh, North Dakota's back up. North Dakota's back up.
So is Lake McCree's brother named River? That's my other question.
Oh, we can only hope.
Death,
again,
taxes.
Go
SC
for it
giving
on
up a
fourth down
down
until USC proves you can stop them. Like, this is a problem. This is genuinely a problem. Maybe it is as simple as like Danton Lynn calls the wrong defense on fourth down. I have no idea.
I mean, a 4th and 1 in the middle of the field, in the middle of the game, like I care less about giving up that one.
Yeah.
Versus the other one.
Yeah. Robbie says 77 over under. I'll take the under on that. I think we're only going to see the foot come off the gas more. Oh, what a catch. That's a really good catch. I am curious, KG asks maybe USC should put the third string players. I'm curious if we're going to see Sam Heward. Personally, I think that you give Hassan Longstreet as many snaps as you can possibly get him in this game. But, you know, you could give Sam Heward a run.
I give Hassan at least 2 more drives.
Again, I can't. These run fits. 92. Who's 92?
For what it's worth, Missouri
Harlan
State
Jones
still
is
has
in
their
there.
ones out there. That's Shamari Lawrence.
Yeah, that's
running back.
Yeah. So that's Kobe Pepe and Carlin Jones out there. And then Marquise Gallegos again at safety on the tackle. Who's that down on the 20? So they still got Braylon Conley. Tamir Robinson is out there. Number 14. I presume Jane Walker would be still out there.
Matai Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa's out there?
Yeah.
Number 44. Surprised Shelby's still out there. In the sense that, like, he's probably the closest to a starter that's on the field right now. They are blitzing that corner. Oh, there you go, Longstreet. There you go. That's Pomerantz. Yes. Why are you running in? Bro. Why are you running into the That's a great pick, but, like, I need to see the all 22. Why was he running that direction? I guess running behind his blocker, but yeah, just run straight down the field, bro. What are you doing? That's great, though. Great moment for those guys. Did he just call Hassan Longstreet a transfer out of Louisville A&M?
Kevin Longstreet?
Yeah, sorry, Kevin Longstreet.
I don't know. I'm not listening. I'm just listening to you.
Oh.
Also, I messed up earlier. Kevin Longstreet is not wearing Kevin Arbett's number. Gallegos is.
Klubnik just threw a terrible interception. Grant says I bet he thought the ref was a Missouri State player. I mean, who the hell knows? That would have gotten us a hell of a lot closer to the 77 that Robbie proposed. So I'm a little bummed to not get that pick six.
So a little fun fact. SC beat Nevada and Rice by a 66-14 score.
Okay.
Touchdown and a field goal gets SC to 66-13.
Oh, as Sagar points out, USC already has a Prince on the roster. Prince Strawn.
Yeah, that's true. There he is.
Nice. Good running. Oh, no. I don't like the way he stood up there. That's a twisted ankle. I wonder if we'll see Harry Dalton, though. Harry Dalton, 25, running back. I mean, I guess there are some guys that it does make sense to keep the option open for their red shirt. Unless he's out injured. I don't think he's injured. Not sure. Not sure. Who else have we not seen that I want to see a little bit more of? Beavers is out injured. We've seen lots of Longstreet. Urlacher I haven't noticed since that blown coverage. Marcellus Williams. Have we noticed him, number 25 on defense? I don't think I've noticed.
I haven't paid attention.
Yeah. A lot of wide receivers still. Ilian wants to know if they'll play Willie Washer. I do not expect Willie Washer to play. I think he's headed for a red shirt. But yes, that is a real player.
Can we just talk about how I almost feel bad for loving that name so much?
It's a great. I mean,
because
it's not a great name. It's his parents are questionable. Questionable.
But it's so fun. But like I do worry that like it could have been a source of bullying. At the same time, he could go by William. You know what I mean?
That's true. He could go by William, and he chooses to go by Willie.
Yeah.
Unless his parents are really assholes and named him Willie. I don't know. I'm not that creative. I'm not that bold. You and I both are like people who are like, give your kid a name that will give them the least potential for bullying, if possible. Iliam, all world name. His parents are evil. I mean, it's true. The truly great names. Like you just gotta.
How does it compare to memorable factor?
At least Willie is a name.
This is true.
Like Willie could be a family name, and like Washer just happens to be your surname, and it's just like okay.
What if his name is just like is something that isn't necessarily Willie? He just goes by Willie because
he's like embracing.
He's in on the bit.
Yeah, he's in on the bit.
Well,
I mean, he's got to be in on the bit at this point. All right, we've got Brian Jackson in the backfield, 1st and 10.
Oh, I love that throw.
Brian Jackson is standing pretty upright in the backfield, too.
If we name a child Badger and he's a boy, would he be a bad boy?
Yeah. Little baddie.
Okay, let's not say that.
All right, 2nd and 10. 2-man backfield. That's a.
Oh man, that little shuffle.
That was Brian Jackson and King Miller in. Oh, Strawn's ankle turned. Ugh, no, not good. That sucks. Hopefully it's just a little twist. All right, 3rd and 9. Nice step up. There's his running. Touchdown. Running quarterbacks, man. Something nice about him. My only worry here is, like, I don't want him to get into the into the habit of thinking he can always just run, because it'll be harder against other defenses, but
LJ says, what if you name your kid Badger and he just ends up a huge nerd and never plays sports? This is how I feel about the name like Hank or Duke or something like Tank. If you name your kid
Tank, yeah.
And like they end up being like on the academic decathlon, that's, I don't know. It's the opposite of nominative determinisms. Yeah.
Okay, 63-13. I mean, 77. I think the problem is going above 77 will be tough. It's getting closer though. Yeah, Ilium says that Longstreet was primarily a runner in high school, so I'd imagine it's instinctual. Which is also like part of the reason why, in my ideal world, Mayava is good enough to maintain his starting job all season, and you have the luxury of Hassan Longstreet getting a year under his belt, getting more comfortable as a passer in this offense so that he can be, closer to one of those quarterbacks who is capable of running and burns you with his running, but it's not the only factor of his game. Which I don't think that's the case either way. Like, I think he can throw the ball, but, you want him to be as confident a thrower as possible before you throw him in there. So McGee's Raiders asked, are we going to get some optimistic Alicia tonight? I don't know. It's 63-13. It's been a pretty good day. I don't have a lot to complain about. I think if I had things to complain about, then there would be big trouble. So yeah, maybe some optimistic Alicia. Not too optimistic. I think we all need to be realistic about the level of competition. But this game does make me more confident going into next week against Georgia Southern, a team that will challenge USC a bit more. But the way that they're playing in this game, relatively clean, I think is a big thing. Because it's one thing to just be better than another team, just be more talented, have bigger bodies, faster, all that kind of stuff. But it's another thing to just go out and play clean. And I think that's what USC has done so far, with a couple major exceptions. But Grant wants to know, can we complain a little bit about giving up 13 points? Sure. I will have a complaint about the defense. I do not like the running lanes that have opened up for Missouri State throughout this game.
Missouri State, sack-adjusted rushing yards per carry, 4.3.
Yeah.
4.3 is fine.
I mean, that's not
their good runs have looked really good.
Yeah. And the problem is that USC will be playing some really, really good running offenses this year. I mean, Notre Dame with Jeremiah Love is going to be a challenge. Michigan will always be a challenge in the run game. Oregon has good runners. Like, USC needs to be able to. USC needs to be able to close those gaps. Yeah, they're highlighting Indiana. I was not impressed with Indiana today. Not impressed at all. Dante Moore was basically perfect, but again, they were playing at Montana State. And again, like, I think that's here's another defensive play. Fumble?
Looks like it.
That's a recovery. That is a clear recovery. 38. Who's this?
Isaiah Rubin.
Isaiah Rubin.
Out of Los Alamitos.
Yeah.
He's a Griffin.
90 is one of the young guys, isn't it? Why can't I find this? Gus Cordova.
Yeah.
Jeez, he's big. I mean, I knew he was big, but like, he's big. That's a true freshman. Like,
Yeah, but it's 44.
44 causes the fumble.
Matai, you gets it.
Yeah, nice. Love it. Love it.
LBC, by the way, I do not remember timing you out the other day, so for what it's worth. So if that happened, it might literally have been an accident clicking on the wrong name.
Yeah. Robbie says, I was impressed with Matt Patricia today. I think Matt Patricia had the most impressive day of anybody in college football today.
It's coming
The
back.
defensive coordinator. Yeah, this will hold. That sucks for DJ Jordan. That sucks because it's coming back, but still a good moment for him. Yeah, Matt Patricia, the defensive coordinator for Ohio State, like he had Sark's number. And I think a lot of that was Arch couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Like, and only some of that was Patricia's doing, but he had Arch uncomfortable and Sark couldn't do anything about it. That was a very impressive showing defensively for Ohio State.
Corey Sims gets the
there's Corey Sims.
the only Missouri native that's on the SC roster.
Like King blocking downfield like that. I love downfield blocking. It's one of my favorite things. What were we talking about the other day? That's a catch for Sims.
The most satisfying
non-scoring or
non-highlight, like basic things. The sounds. We're talking about sounds, but then also just he did one video that was sounds, and the other one was just things. Pulling guards.
Eric brings up a tweet from Keely. This has got to be the highest scoring USC football game without a touchdown from a wide receiver so far, right?
I believe she sent that to us as a text before she even tweeted it.
Did she? I'm not looking at my texts right now. Hassan rolling out. He's running. The difference in the comfortability of the running between Longstreet and Mayava is pretty clear. Longstreet is more than happy to pull it and run. Third and 6. Hand off to King. It's dropped down. They gonna kick? Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
I mean, Lincoln has scored 66 points 2 other times at SC. So, like, he does have a 66 thing.
Yeah, but why score 66 when you can score 70? I know, because it's piling on and all that kind of stuff, but
I would argue that going for it on fourth... I remember Joe Tiller said this, former Purdue coach, that going for it on fourth down is less of a dick move than kicking the field goal. Because you kick the field goal, you're adding points.
yeah.
If you go for it on fourth down here, you're at least giving the defense an opportunity to make a stop.
Yeah.
And you're getting reps, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. All right, here's Ryan Sayeri getting a shot. That's good.
Not the prettiest thing you've ever seen, but it worked.
No, but not the prettiest thing, but it worked. He looks like such a kicker. He's got the physique of a kicker. 66-13. This feels like a score that it'll end on. Like 66-13 just feels like a blowout score. It's standard. See, and now Michigan has now given up 17 to New Mexico. They're up 33-17. Is North Dakota, Kansas State done yet? Kansas State ahead. They just scored. 42 seconds for North Dakota to come back. everything else is blowouts. I am excited to watch UCLA. I'm very curious about.
You're just
Nico.
giving Jake drops.
Yeah, he'd have to listen to this. He'd have to. He doesn't do a YouTube. He does podcast.
That's true. Big boomer energy from that guy.
Let's see. Is there any other good games going on? New Mexico State up 9-3 over Bryant. Second quarter. Let's go Aggies.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
Grant, yes. Yes, I believe so.
Bryant Bulldogs. Yeah, that sounds about right. Fife, the starting quarterback in Mexico State that I benched for the backup, is 8 of 16 for 132 yards. I benched him because his accuracy is crap. So 50% completion percentage sounds about right. LJ, she's excited to watch UCLA and went to Notre Dame. I would love it to be a hate watch. If that's any consolation.
Can I blame Alicia Dertola for this?
I mean, like I said, like, narratively, considering what I wrote about Joey Aguilar today, narratively, it would be really great if Nico had a rough night. Because Joey Aguilar had a pretty good day with Tennessee. So, we'll see. The thing I hate most about this week 1, though, to be honest, and I know that this is hypocritical because not my decision, so I'm not even gonna say that. It sucks that there are so many good matchups that we won't get to see today. Like it sucks that we have to wait until tomorrow for Notre Dame Miami. Ooh, faked out. Oh, it's the backup.
Cole Forbacher.
Forbacher. It's funny because I heard them say, I thought I heard them say Horbacher, and I couldn't remember. All right, 1st and 15. JMU beat Weber State, Michael.
Go Dukes.
All of these stoppages. Can we just...
That's the thing that sucks.
I want to
is
get my keys out and just do like a hurry up and lose thing.
I gotta pee, and like I'm scared to go because SC's gonna score, and I'm gonna need to update the score.
Well, they just called a timeout. Go do it now.
All right, I'll be back. I'm gonna come back, and the score is gonna be wrong because they'll have scored or something.
Because you're dilly-dallying. Forbacher. Yep. Ilium doesn't think this ends at 66. I agree there's too much time, but I've seen too many games end like this too. Just like a completely unwatchable fourth quarter. Yeah, nice stop. 20. Who's 26? See, this is my chance to like learn all the numbers. Elijah Newby. Okay, 26. – 2nd and 13. 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 2nd and 13 This guy's eyes look very far apart. All right, handoff. Stop in the backfield. Is that like an offsides or something? I like the way USC's getting in the backfield. Marquise Gallegos having a good game. Iliam says Jakeem looks 25, not 18. Yeah. Yeah. Like if you told me he was a senior, I'd go like, yeah, that's right. That is the one bummer. Like I said on the preview, I'd rather them have him sit and get right and be 100% before he gets thrown out there. But it would have been really fun to see him in this game. Getting in his face. Oh, Marquise Gallegos is having himself a day. He's flying around. That's gotta hurt, man. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts. But I am liking the way that Gallegos is flying around like this. Another screen they're trying to take advantage. 31, Jaden Walker. He almost caught that. Holy crap. He did catch. They didn't give it to him, but like that's an impressive catch. That's pretty crazy. It's 4th and 20. Jakeem's doing the shark thing. Fourth and 20. Here comes the punt. What are we doing? Zacharias, what are we doing? What are we doing? Bud. Some of these turnovers today have just been like, what are you doing, guys? I mean, I know I talked about USC playing clean, but like maybe I have to reassess some of that. Well, I don't know what the return, what the blogger was doing, because that's a it hit. You know what? I think Zacharias Williams went to scoop that up because I think he thought that it hit the blocker. I think he thought that it hit his own man, and so he had to go recover it. So yeah, good heads up play by him. A little bit of a bailout though, because I do not know what was going on with that block though. I mean, it was more of a tackle than a block. Yeah, it hits the Missouri State player on the shoulder pad. So, all right. It's nothing if not interesting. Right? Longstreet's still out there with, I think that's Brian Jackson. Williams is down at the bottom of the screen. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's not it. Swallowed up in the backfield. Second and 12. I should have made more coffee before this game, guys. Now it's too late. No, it's too late. Second and 12. That's, which one of the tight ends is that? Yeah, see, this is why, this is why I was sort of looking at it and thinking like, yeah, USC might not score again, because you end up with this kind of drive where it's just like, you're just handing it off blindly, and it's there's just unless you have somebody break free or whatever, you're just looking for gains of just a couple yards or whatever. Let's see if this on Longstreet can create some magic. See, here's Longstreet running. It's going to be a hold. Jesus Christ. Longstreet, are you trying to kill yourself? Oh, my God.
If this is the game, he's worn and torn.
Yeah. See, I thought it was going to be a hold, but let's see. It was in the area of hands to the face. Bro! Okay, so Robbie says, for clarity, I was on the J-Rob 2 team that got embarrassed in Tallahassee in 96. Better to learn how good you're not than think you're too good. Yeah. That's very true. Which is why as this bad hands to the face. That's why I would support a more aggressive scheduling sort of philosophy. I understand the temptation of where USC finds themselves this season. Yeah, it's not. Where USC finds themselves this season, where they have a really nice ramp up. They have the luxury of these 4 games that get progressively more difficult, and you don't have to really worry too much about this one. And then, you're not going to be challenged spectacularly next week, as opposed to being Alabama and going to Florida State, or being Boise State and going to USF, or Notre Dame playing Miami, or Clemson playing LSU, or whoever it is, like Texas playing Ohio State. Like, losing those games sucks, but we don't know. There's Zacharias Williams. Nice. We don't know at this point whether or not this team can compete in the Big Ten. We know that they can, blow up Missouri State. As Brian in the chat says, USC was supposed to be playing Ole Miss tonight. Yeah, Ole Miss would have told us a hell of a lot more. But the risk reward, like Ole Miss might have beaten USC. So, you obviously don't want to lose, but I guess my point is I would rather lose games. Well, no. My point is I would rather find out that I'm good, or like hold myself to the standard that I expect not to lose those games, even though I schedule them. And I mean, it's the Pete Carroll mindset. He scheduled tough, and he went out and put his money where his mouth was, and won those games. Oh, Amber Alert. That's always fun. Oh, it's a silver alert. Stay safe, everybody. Stay safe. All right, there's Longstreet. Beautiful touchdown. That was nice. Tabarachi. 2 tight end touchdowns today, guys. Does it count as a tight end touchdown if he's wearing damn 24? I guess so. But it's still a tight end touchdown. Need to get this guy a new number, though. Get this guy a new number. Oh, my gosh. Carson, let's have a talk. Hold on. Let's find out. What numbers are available? We need to get him into...
By the way, first time SC scored 70 points since the Arkansas game. 2005. 20 years ago.
88 is taken. 87. 86 is taken. 85. 84. I mean, there's a bunch of walk-ons wearing numbers in the 80s. So, like, if he wanted a number in the 80s, he could have 81, 82, 83, 86, 89. I don't like this 24 thing. I don't like it. It's a walk-on wide receiver number. It's a linebacker number, and not a good one at that. Yeah. Got to fix that. Got to fix it. I do like scoring 70.
Can they get 80, though?
Nah. Need another defensive touchdown or like a special teams touchdown, I think. I mean, how much time? There's 4 minutes. Yeah, because the problem is, like, the defense needs to get off the field. And then, like, if you have the offense out there with, like, 2 minutes to go, like, you're just going to run the clock. You're not going to go for another one. Longstreet finish is in range of finishing 9 for 9, 74 yards and a touchdown with 8 runs for 54 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not a bad debut. Not a bad debut. Do I think that this legitimizes the idea of like Longstreet taking over for Maeva? You know, I think that that's still very up in the air. But I do think this cameo from him, Maeva can't struggle. Because if he struggles, we've already seen what Longstreet can do. So
SC has scored 80 points one other time.
Against like Pomona.
It was Pomona in 1925.
Yeah.
100 years ago. Which I think would be sort of fitting, like 100 years. But by the way, the start to the season in 1925, 74-0 over Whittier College, 32-0 over Caltech, 80-0 over Pomona, and then a 28-2 win over Utah. It's a decent start.
Yeah.
Followed by a
too shabby.
13-9 loss to Stanford in front of 70,000 people at the Coliseum.
It's always just funny because, like, we think of high-powered offenses being a modern thing, and then you look back at some of those old scores, and it's not that they had high-powered offense, but, like, you don't expect 1926 or whatever to be the 80-point game.
The crazy thing, 1926, SC also opens up 74-0 against Whittier College. Back-to-back 74-0 wins over Whittier.
Huh.
1929, SC opens up 76-0
I got to make that tackle.
over a brand new
All right, there's
college
Kevin Longstreet
in
cleaning
Westford
up.
called California, Los Angeles.
Is that soon to be UCLA?
I was just joking.
Uh-oh.
I think technically back then it was probably still Cal Southern Branch.
West Texas Mike, referring to the girl they were throwing up for the points, she's volunteering to get tossed up 73 times. I'm going to be honest, West Texas Mike, I would rather be the one being tossed than the one having to do the tossing 73 times.
Can we just say phrasing or something here?
Can we say what?
Phrasing here?
Phrasing. Phrasing.
She doesn't want to play with you, buddy. She doesn't want to play.
Badger, what are you doing?
Learn some consent.
Badger's sad because Jesse won't play with him. His goal in life at every single moment is for Jesse to be playing with him. And Jesse doesn't want to play with him most of the time. So
You have 3 minutes of game time. Buddy, you got 3 minutes of game time, and then we get to go
we'll
OUT.
out. Yeah. I know. It's a hard life, bro. You'd be glad to go out now instead of earlier. It's less hot.
Oh, what
All
a
right, there's
play. What a play by
Cole Forbacher.
Love it. That's Garrison Madden out there. Garrison Madden sighting.
Okay, about the shirts, I will say the darker shirt with the lighter gray patch looks way better than the gray shirt with the sorry, it looks better if the shirt is a black shirt with the gray patch than a gray shirt with the black patch.
Are there gray shirts with the black patch?
Yes, there was another guy
2nd and 8.
who had it inverted.
Handoff. That's stuffed. There you go.
Because then it just looks like you spilled something on your shirt.
Is that Gus Cordova again?
That was Matai Togai.
No, there was a lineman in there with a 0 at the end. Yeah, it must have been Cordova in there. 3rd and 6. So yeah, see, that's 2-minute warning now. By the time, let's say the defense gets the stop here. By the time USC's offense gets the ball back, it's literally just going to be hand the ball off or take a knee. That is an interesting backless shirt. I mean, if not for the danger of sunburning, which if you just apply your sunscreen, like, I get it. It's hot. Just an interesting choice. It is funny, though, how many commercials are Matt Leinart or Reggie Bush. West Texas Mike says he saw Sam Heward warming up in Miller Moss's number 7. They're going to send Sam Heward out to kneel the ball? Let's find out. Who do we like in Monza? It's not Monza, is it?
I am so out of the loop that it's insane. I haven't watched like the last 7 races.
All
It's
I know
very
is that
bad.
Max is running 3rd. I thought it was it's the Dutch Grand Prix. You had me all whacked out there, Dan. Yeah, it was Piastri, Norris, Verstappen. But yeah, I too have not watched a race in a while. I just waking up is hard. Waking up is hard to do. Here's 3rd and 6. Rolling out. Trying to swing back. Well defended. Oh no! Oh! That's unfortunate. That's unlucky. Because that was well covered. Again, Gus Cordova. That's 29. Is that Garrison Madden again? Yeah, Garrison Madden. Just tough. Tough that it came down. First and 10. Again, Gus Cordova in the backfield. I'm impressed with him, given the context. Brendan Cho is also in there. He's a walk-on lineman. Big boy. No, you can tell it's the 4th quarter of a 73-13 game. The chat is talking about people tossing Arrowhead bottles off of the top of Party. Things you wouldn't get away with today, I imagine. Does Party even exist anymore? I feel like it might not exist. Does New North still exist? Burncrant? I haven't been to campus in a while. Certainly not to that side of campus. Closest I've been to that side of campus is going to Galen for basketball. All right, 3rd and 6, 20 seconds to go. Quarterback rolling. That's good. Good angle take. I will say, I'm gonna say it. I know that this is not top competition, anything like that. But like, one thing I'll say is USC has walk-ons, backups, all sorts of dudes out there. They're taking good angles. They're where they need to be.
Not giving up any scoring in the second half with, second, third stringers, fourth stringers in there. I think it's good.
Especially because, like, we established, like, this defense is terrible, the Missouri State defense, but their offense is not, not terrible. This is an offense.
They're competent. I think competent's the best way to put it. Like,
yes,
they're decently coached. They're like, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They obviously don't have the talent to match, but like, they know what they're doing.
Yeah. And USC's defense,
number 1 pass offense in the FCS last year.
Yeah. The backups though, like, I'm encouraged by the way that they've defended in the flat. I'm encouraged by the way that they've disrupted in the backfield. I'm encouraged by the way that they've closed down. Like I said, like the angle on that tackle, like that's stopping him short of that first down is all about the angle that walk-on takes. DB Sean Sarah. That's good coaching. Here's Sam Heward. Not Miller Moss. To, I imagine, take a knee. Or hand it off. Hand it off to Kian McKelvey? Kian McKelvey? Kian, it's got to be Kian McKelvey.
It's Kian.
Okay. All right. USC wins 73-13. Absolutely take that. Really, really encouraging. And we'll have a hell of a lot more to say in the CarCast, which will come after our poor puppies get taken out.
I'm thinking we go 8:30 for the CarCast.
All right, yeah, perfect. Half an hour. Yeah, a little over half an hour. So
yeah,
if you guys want to come back and listen to us some more, that'll be fun. If not, thanks everybody for hanging out. It's honestly, I did not expect this many people to come hang out. It's been awesome. Thanks everybody in the chat for making it lively and joining us here. So we'll catch you later. See ya.
See ya.